Hello and welcome to my podcast, Perfect Pastimes. My name's Amanda. My friends call me Amo. I live in the southwest of England, in Dorset, with my husband and my 3 dogs, and they're all around somewhere, and Willow's under the desk, so she may groan. I have recently just come back from the Black Sheep Wolves retreat, and it was wonderful, and I feel very yarny refreshed and very stuffed full of lovely food and full of nitty goodness. All the ladies there are so lovely. Quite a few of them go as single people and end up making lots of friends. So if you're ever thinking of going on a retreat as a one person, do make the time and effort. It's lovely. Excuse me, too much talking. Yeah. I did mean to podcast before the end of the month, which I've managed to fit in. I've just changed the flag on the flagpole to the Flying Witch, and tomorrow that will change again into the Remembrance Poppies. We have a big flagpole at the front of the garden. You might have seen it in one of my other little gardening vlogs. I'm not actually wearing, but I'm going to put it on for you, a finish. I started this at the Black Sheep retreat. It is a snood. It's called Hood. It's by Rowan. It's supposed to be done in a Rowan yarn, Rowan tweed, I think. But the colours I wanted were sold out. So I chose an alternative, and what I chose was King Cole Cottage Spun. This is one ball. It is Autumn Heather, shade 6006, 150 grams, and it is all acrylic, sadly, but it is very soft and very warm, and that's all that's left from the 150 gram ball. So I'm going to reball that, and the fact that you can make this out of one ball, less than one ball, shows how far it goes. So there's a bit that sits as a cowl, and then if it gets nasty, you can put your hood up. And as a dog owner, if you're a dog owner, you'll know how useful that can be. How many times do we go for a walk where we walk in one direction and it's wonderful, and then we turn around and we have to walk back in the rain or in the wind or anything, and I don't like my ears getting blown because they get sore. So nobody's going to sit under my coat, and if I look like a silly pixie, that's fine by me. So that was one finish, which I started on the retreat and managed to finish as well. So I'm going to take that off now because it is quite warm. Yesterday the house didn't drop below 20 degrees and we had all the doors and windows open. So the pattern is online, available at Black Sheep Wolves. It's called Hood by Rowan. And like I said, I just use cottage spun. That's a 150 gram ball. I should have weighed it for you, but I'll put up how much the hood weighed anyway. It's yardage that's more important than actual weight, really. But very useful if you're a dog walker. Pleased with that one. We had goodie bags. I had quite a few little bits in my goodie bags. One was to do the project, which I don't seem to have here. I found it. We had Sarah Daly from Rowan, who was a Rowan designer, giving her wonderful knowledge. Who was so wonderful with everybody, talking and helping. Our project was called the Honey Cowl. And we had a ball of fibre spates. I chose the blue colourway. No surprise there. I do love fibre spates. I don't think you can get that. It has a very, fibre spates is a very gentle mottle to it. Like it's been hand-dyed. The lights here are terrible. It is 8 o'clock in the morning on Halloween, so it's a bit gloomy. There is a big band of blue behind me, but the cloud's still moving down towards the coast at the moment. And this yarn is Fibre Spates Superwash Merino in the colour Denim. Vivacious DK in the colour Denim. I'm not sure if that's going to focus. Sorry, I'm having a jiggle there because I just touched the screen to try and make it focus. But it didn't want to. It may look different when I play back later. So that was our project to do, but as you see, I didn't start it. I was too busy doing the other cowl. I've just finished the single scone cowl in the mini bean stitch with Ali's yarn, so I didn't really want another cowl. I've got a couple of other vivacious colours, so I might put them all together and see what I come up with at some point. I also had a hank of Jodie Long's Artisano yarn. That looks like a chunky weight to me. I think Jodie Long is wool, 52 wool, 35 alpaca, 10% silk. Should be beautiful and soft, and it is. 4mm. Oh, it's a DK then. Patented by Peruvian artisans. But you certainly feel the silk in that, and you see the little neps, which are probably silk neps anyway. I also had a skein of Pretty in Pima Stripes. Again, a Peruvian Pima cotton. 4 medium, 4.5, so that would be a heavy DK. Colour French Vanilla. I had a ball of Serda Horse Tweed, which I have used myself before. This is Rydale Russet. Beautiful rich orange colour with flecks. And that is 50% merino, 50% polyamide or nylon. And I had a hank of Patagonia Organic Merino from Juniper Moon Farm, which I believe are American. 100 grams, 350 meters, a 3 light. I'm not sure what that is, but it's a 3.75 to 4.5 millimeter needle. So that's a light DK to us, I think. And that colour is a burgundy. It's a very pale, washed out burgundy, mine. But as you can tell, it's a nice colour for me. I'm happy with that. On the Friday, we had a trip all catered for to the craft barn. If you're not familiar with Black Sheep Wools, it is the UK's largest independent yarn retailer. Excuse me. And the barn is quite an Aladdin's cave. It's still family run, so hence it's an independent. Oh, I forgot, I also got 2 balls of Riot in my goodie bag as well as needles and chockies and things. This is for another cowl pattern, so that will go into stash. From the barn itself, there was a couple of things I needed, which I bought. Some wooden tips in the 3.5, 4.5 sort of sizes, the ones that we're always leaving in our project bags with projects on them. So I expanded my interchangeable tips with that. And I also found Zoberwald, Opal Zoberwald in Pete's Dragon Ride. And there's a tiny picture of how that makes up. there? It's Peach Dragon White. It's Fabe 11441. This is Knit Pro Symphony, hand-dyed yarns, Terra, 75 superwash, 25 polyamide, fingering weight. This colour is Riverbank. So that is a commercial, looking like a hand-dyed. But I did love the colours. So my sock yarn basket is starting to overflow. I'm going to have to get my needles clacking. With the C word imminent, as we're in November tomorrow, and then after Guy Fawkes and Remembrance, we are into Christmas mode. But I thought I'd treat myself and make myself a little jumper. So I'm going to make this in King Cole Truffle Glitz, pattern 6052. And it's a sparkly yarn, very subtle, but it's a fluffy, like a jumbo chenille. And me being me, and not doing too much in the way of Christmas really, I certainly don't do lights and brights. And I'm going to squeeze, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I bought King Cole Glitz in the shade Silver. Yes, that's about right for me going all out. You can just see the glitter in it. So it's not an in-your-face glitter. It's very subtle. And the chenille is quite a loose fluff, which I've now got some in my eye, I think. So yes, I have got enough yarn to make that little top. I like the fact that it was short sleeves actually. I do get quite warm. I'm of a certain age. And we do like having the fires on at Christmas time. So that will be a nice little addition, maybe for Christmas Day. And the other thing I bought was some soft merino, a sweater's worth of soft merino. Rico Essentials. Hello, Remy. A nice tealy blue. I can't get it. I've got LED lights all around, but they still don't show. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. In the mid zone there. That'll do. I've got a sweater's worth. I've got a couple of sweaters in mind, but I'm not sure which way I'm going to go with that. So I've put some post-it notes in for that one. I will package that up and put it on the bed in line with everything else. And maybe when I finish one or two of the others, I can get round and decide which one I want to do, or which one might, sorry about the crinkling, which way my wardrobe needs. You understand. So I think that was all I did knitty wise. Obviously I've been quite busy. Stitch this week. I have made, I podcast last week and the postman had been while I was podcasting, and I did get a couple of deliveries, and one was the kit for the next apron for my little angel, and I've called her Angelica the angel, and that's the autumn one, all made up ready for her. She's still in Halloween mode at the moment. Now this one I did on the machine, as I'm quite busy with other bits, though I'd like to have hand sewn it. Time constraints, I'm afraid. And I thought I needed something to keep all these aprons, and she has her heart, and I've made her a pumpkin, so she's going to have lots of little bits and bobs to go with it too. And I managed to find, my husband had a delivery of shoes yesterday, so I nabbed the shoe box and I covered it. I found this wrapping paper. I don't know if you can see. If I take the lid off, it says couture, and it is her clothes, so it is her couture, and there's some scissors, and it's just beautiful wrapping paper. So I've wrapped the box, and she's got her apron in there. Oh, there goes her heart. So as they get made, they are going to go in there, and she's got her own little costumier couture box to keep her wardrobe in. So I was, you know, when you see a box, you think, oh, I'm going to need that for something. I nabbed that one. Excuse the noises in the background. It's John making his breakfast in the kitchen. I also received my next cotton and twine subscription. Their boxes are always very beautiful. Cotton and twine. And inside, always wrapped very lovely. And this month I have gone for the 24 days little advent calendar. Again, it looks like it's going to be a flat one. I didn't actually show you my last one, did I? You'd have seen it on the shorts, or if you're on my Instagram. I'll go and get that in a second. Again, it comes with the 3 pre-sorted threads, and I've gone for the actual Aida this time. And I had a little gnome and some sweetie treaties and some tea, the pom-pom trim and the backing fabric. So you have everything in there to complete the project. So I will get that started and underway soon. I will just go and get the Halloween one, which I did finish. Just a moment. Yeah, I finished the Halloween. It's made up onto a board, which is just you cut your 2 pieces of card to fit. You cover one with your backing fabric and one with your front fabric. There's a little bit of I put wadding under there just to give it a bit of dimension, and then you sandwich together the pom-pom in between. I've added this little bow and button just to give it a lift, and of course it comes with its little needle keeper, which you can see against my cupboards there, which it is a needle keeper, but I think I might fix it somehow because he's very fragile with all these little spiky sticky outy bits. I don't want to break him, but he's so cute. But he's been sitting with my little display of Halloween smalls, which I did do as a short. So that was a stitchy finish, and I've got my new stitches and twine. I did miss the November one. It was a squirrel, beautiful squirrel. Again, it's just time. With the subscription, you commit to paying, but you can skip, so the payment doesn't go out. You can skip as many as you like, but you have committed to buying 1 or 2, you know, which is a nice way of doing it. But they do, if you go on the Cotton and Twine website, they do have extra boxes, back boxes, not back boxes, and things like that. So you can actually, if you like that one, you could go and find it, I'm sure. Excuse me. And I think, as usual, I've just trashed my desk. The whole studio is a mess. You don't want to look behind. No, I'm not going to show you. You don't want to look behind on my cutting table. I am going to tidy up now and go up into the garden. I'm going to start putting things away into the greenhouse and sort some grapevines out that my little pixie took down the other day. I want to make some vine wreaths, so I'm going to string the vines up so they start drying in strips, and then I can do things with them. Other than that, I think I'm all done. I might put you in a little bit of footage in the garden. Have a happy Halloween. Don't fall off your broomsticks. Thank you for joining me. If you're a new subscriber, I've had quite a few, and welcome back if you're an old one. Don't forget to press the like button. I've forgotten which side it's on now. And leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Subscribe if you wish. I'm not going to force you into doing anything you don't want to do. And I will catch up with you again soon. Take care. Bye.